How are the nerves? Crowd's building. Bring back a few memories of late last year, but how are the nerves less than a week out?
Pretty excited, very excited. It's great to have these guys here, open session. We've done all the training against each other, so we're looking forward to opposition now. So, yeah, really excited. Apparently 90,000 potentially at the G, so big test round one, but probably doesn't get any better. Very easy to get motivated for these games.
It's starting to get real.
Yeah. It has to now, doesn't it? We should be pretty prepped. So, yeah, we're feeling good. We're feeling really prepared. So, really excited. Yep. Yeah, very much so. Very much. Yeah, they started really well last time we played them in that final, and yeah, their tackle pressure. So we just need to be up for the fight from the start, and important to start well ourselves. So yeah, big focus going into it, and yeah, it's going to be a great game all round, I think.
If it's the 90,000 crowd is projected for the first time the Cats play in front of 90,000 at home and away games, does that sort of add a bit more to the game? I know it's a big contest against the finals team as well, but does it add a bit more?
Oh, it's awesome, it does. We're the atmosphere against Collingwood at the G is always immense and loud. But yeah, I think it's just going to be, I suppose, that bit extra, and yeah, we're really lucky that we get to play in these games. We've got some guys from different clubs who haven't played in crowds that big in their careers, so if they get the opportunity, it's really exciting. So yeah, very privileged to play in front of that many people, and yeah, it's gonna be loud. So we're gonna have to yeah, be really up and aware of where we are on the ground, and using our voice a lot because it gets loud.
How beneficial is it to play them later in the season, like in the final series, as opposed to round 12, round 13 sort of thing? Like, it wasn't long ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. It wasn't long ago. We're definitely going to look back at a few of the things that we both did in that game. But in saying that, it's round one, and every club's had that pre-season chance to tweak a few things and change. And
What have you noticed from their tweaks and changes?
yeah, I think it's all about the fast footy, but yeah, Collingwood I think like to have some speed on the game, and yeah, they've got some of their guys down back are unbelievable players. So we're going to really need to be on that and try and curb their influence as much as we can for them. So yeah, you'll have to adapt in each game too, and you'll see how I suppose the rhythm of the season, the first month of footy goes. But yeah, we'll just have a crack on Friday and see how we go.
Knows that Collingwood blueprint inside out, exactly what it's like to play in front of big price crowds. Do you think he's shaping as a round one, certainly, and if so, how's he going to tackle that pressure?
Yeah, he's had a great pre-season, Ollie. So yeah, he's put his best foot forward, and we'll wait and see when the selection this week comes out. But yeah, as you mentioned, coming from Collingwood, he's played in some massive games and in front of those crowds, and he's played well in some of those games too. So yeah, if he was to face his old side, that's always a bit nerve-wracking, but we've got his back and we'll support him. And yeah, the Henrys are a composed bunch, so he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Do you think the players will get stuck into it?
Oh no, I haven't thought too much about it. I'm not sure.
What do you think? What insight has he brought from Collingwood into the Cats camp?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he knows, I suppose, what they were trying to achieve last year in terms of their ball movement and how they defended, but we're just encouraging Ollie to just play to his strengths. You see him take some really nice marks, and the way he moves around the field in that forward line, and he gets a chance. He's a really good finisher. We're just trying to encourage him to do that as much as he can. Just play to his strengths and have fun doing it.
How about Tom Hawkins this round today? Sort of away from the main room for a debut, then joining some light tunes. Is he a chance to play round one, or is his time on?
Yeah, he's a chance. Yeah, he's been training well. But again, that's probably the discussions with him, the medicos and the coaches for what's best for him for this season. So yeah, I'm not sure if he'll play or not, but he's looking good out there, and he's done everything right he needs to in terms of this pre-season to get his foot right after surgery.
In terms of yourself, do you have a clearly defined role for the season ahead? Because obviously last year you got thrown around a little bit and ended up in the midfield where you had a great season, but have you got anything set in stone yet?
The plan is probably a bit more around the ball. I'm really enjoying that. I did that for the majority of last season, sort of in that midfield, wing, ruck, whatever it is role. but every year I've played, the plans change pretty quickly depending on how the game's going and what have you. So yeah, I'll be pretty fluid with my role, and it'll change from game to game and week to week. So yeah, I'll just do a bit of work with the backs, do a bit of work with the midfield, and pushing forward. So if I get thrown in any of those positions, I feel comfortable.
In terms of that midfield mix, obviously adding Tanner Bruin and Jack Bowes over the off-season, two pretty, they've had good hit-outs in the pre-season so far. Do you see them slotting into that 22 and into that midfield role?
Yeah, they're great lads, and they've had a great pre-season. I think they're really enjoying their time here, and they've fitted in really well. So both bring different strengths and attributes, and hopefully what we want them to do is complement our team, which we think they can do. So as you mentioned, those guys going really well, and we'll see what happens this week.
Is there any doubt with Mitch Duncan, like going away to Adelaide for a little bit, but not around the group? He'll be able to slot back in next week and still be in the mix. Like, how much of a shot?
Yeah, I think that's the strength of our group and our club as a whole, with the maturity levels of the players and the coaches, that we can do different things like that and still feel comfortable that the team will function fine, he'll be able to function fine. And Mitch is a veteran now, he's an unbelievable footballer, he's one of our smartest footballers as well. So the calmness and composure of him not being around the guys, but knowing it's best for his footy for the year ahead, he'll be absolutely fine. So I'm not sure what's going to happen this week. I'm not sure what's going to happen this week. Again, I'll let those powers to be decide that. But if he was to come back and say you're right for round one, he'll be completely fine.
It must be a nice luxury with Ollie, or with Tom Hawke in the mix and out there. Having Ollie Henry maybe slot straight. It's a nice luxury to bring someone in like that. Tom Hawke is good.
Yeah, whether Mac and Wells in the team planned for that last year. And it's nice too. We're trying to work with Shannon Neal and a few of these younger boys too to come through and be some sort of targets and work forward, because there'll be life after Hawke for the club in 3, 4, 10 years time, whatever it is. So and Ollie's one too that we know if we can kick it to him, we're going to get a contest, and he might win a few more than he loses too. So really excited to have him.
Is there still a chance that childbirth might move around the
I'm not too familiar with that process, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think he'll prioritise that, and as he should too. So if that happens, then so be it.
Is there a chance that maybe you end up swinging forward? There's no Tom, maybe Jeremy, worst case scenario. Can you go forward, find a spot for Asava?
That'll be the discussions they have with that, and I'm sure they've got those contingency plans in place throughout this week, next week, the week after, with Jez, with Hawke, whoever it be. So they'll let me know with plenty of time if I'm starting forward, so I can have a little training session on it.
Is it disappointing to not be able to play at GMHBA Stadium with a new grandstand this year? Obviously, it was on track for the later half of the year, but now it doesn't look like until next year.
I haven't heard that. I was hoping it'd be ready by the end of this season. So it's news to me. It's not going to be.
Looks like
okay. I'm not sure. I feel like they're working away every time we're out here, and something new gets put up. So I still hold out hope that we get a game this season with it. That'd be nice, but don't know the building industry that well.
Just Asava obviously tried to move away at the end of the last season, has stuck around and has performed really well in the pre-season. What's his role looking like in the back line now that Jack Henry looks like he'll miss some time?
Yeah, probably that. Just that. He's been really stable back there in the pre-season. I think he's really enjoying playing as a defender and having the game in front of him. And one of Sava's strengths is his body work and mark. He's such a good mark. And it's tougher to mark as a forward, knowing that people are coming from behind and crashing, and he's a 2v1. But as a defender, you can tend to read the ball a bit better, and you can see your teammates and your opponents in front of you, so you can read the flight a little bit easier. And I think he's relishing that. So, we love Sav, and we're glad he's here. And I think he's really enjoying the move down defence. So, fingers crossed he stays healthy on the park and has a really good season.
And out of contract at the end of this year, has there been any discussions to renew that, or are you going to wait until a bit later in the year?
No, I'll be here. Yep. No, I love the club and don't plan on going anywhere.